Yo, Big Kish back up in here. We about to spin around on Fantastic Hip Hop, see what he talking about. Yo, Fantastic, what you got on this Drake situation, man? What you think about it? What you think about it? We about to react to this because you know everybody come with a different perspective. They got different breakdowns, and we like to cover it all so we can get the whole situation. We need to know everything that's going on. You know what I mean? So we about to react to Fantastic Hip Hop. I will leave a link in the description. Y'all know how to give it up. Listen, y'all subscribe to the new channel, please. The link is in the description. Go subscribe to the new channel. And we about to get into this video because you know I don't like holding y'all. But without further ado, let's get it.
Now, Drake has just dissed Kendrick Lamar within a way that we have not seen from him in quite some time, as to kick off this new year in hip-hop, instead of ranting on streams or whining on social media, Drake has actually gotten back in the booth and has released a new song where instead of switching genres or languages in an attempt to try and just run away from everything that Kendrick Lamar did to him and represented, now Drake is once again trying to take him head on with nothing more than his bars and a beat from Conductor Williams. And now, as this marks just in a few days the second full-on record that is dissing Kendrick Lamar to come out this year, and this is from none other than Drake, what is clear is that the rap game is running around and trying to find a way to take down the undisputed champion of everything, and really with Drake here, what it seems like he's trying to specifically—
I think people trying to get on that conductor wave. They trying to be like West Side Gun in them, man. See, Drake is in the corner. He got to try all different type of beats before he actually go full streaming. He going to try every little thing. Is the people going to like this? The people going to like this? People going, or he just got to fulfill certain things for UMG. I don't know.
Do is after seeing how every single way he tried to make a comeback just failed miserably, whether that was releasing more music, switching genres, or trying to be a full-on streamer. Now Drake is trying to get back in the rap game by poking Kendrick enough to the point where it gives him the attention that he would otherwise never get at this point. But now before we dive into every single diss Drake threw out at Kendrick here and why he is saying all of these things at this—
let's get that like up. I know what he's about to say. I already know.
This very moment, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And so now with this new track from Drake, which is seemingly titled Fighting Irish, right in line with everything else he has done ever since he lost to Kendrick Lamar within a fashion like we have never seen before. This song is very emotional, and Drake is showing that his feelings did really get hurt bad in this beef, but instead of acting like a total clown, Drake is at least putting this sadness and bitter feeling of loss back into the bars directly, which, hey, after somehow managing to make every single wrong choice—
see, when Drake came through and he started being everybody's friend, he was collecting friends for the he was about to do. For the shit he was about to do. He was collecting certain friends. Okay, let me get LeBron over here. Okay. All right, so when I finally come out and do my bullshit, I could get them for protection. That's what he doing. He's collecting friends. And he didn't think LeBron was going to go to that concert because he got him tattooed. I got you tattooed on me, so I own you, nigga. You tattooed on me, so I own you, nigga. No, LeBron James said no. You belong to me, nigga. No, I own you, nigga.
For almost an entire calendar year, this is somewhat of a step in the right direction. And now with Drake actually presenting himself within a way that somebody who calls themselves an MC always should, for better or for worse, he does say a lot here and seemingly does two main things, which the first one is to try and justify the crash out he has been on and why he's been acting like the biggest fool in music right now, but then also, and in the greater sense, he is trying to get back in some sort of musical conflict with Kendrick Lamar, because for the first time since Family Matters, Drake is actually flipping Kendrick's bars from his diss tracks to try and dispute them, and instead of just denying everything in the strangest way possible like he did on The Heart Part 6, Drake is somewhat on the offensive here, despite how weird it is that he is doing this all of these months later. And so now after Drake starts this track off by admitting that during this legendary summer that was going on in hip-hop, he just completely missed it, which I guess is his way of saying that he never delivered those summer vibes that he promised after the beef, which I mean, I guess some self-awareness is better than nothing. From here, Drake immediately—
it ain't your summer. Some people just don't know how to give it up. Like, oh, all right, bro, it's his time to shine. Let me go and fall back. It's not my time to shine no more. Give it up, bro.
Immediately gets back into his delusional bag as he tries to call out Kendrick and find ways to discredit and diminish his win, as after framing himself as the victim of the entire music industry. He tries to discredit everything with bars like "the world fell in love with the gimmicks, even my brothers got tickets." Which, now the first part of this bar is of course trying to say that everything Kendrick did against him was a gimmick, and that's just trying to underplay what all of it meant and represented in the
Which it wasn't. Dot was spitting facts. He broke you down to a science. Those were not no gimmicks. Dot wasn't on the internet posting little memes, playing it. He wasn't doing none of that. He was just facts. You was doing the gimmicks, my friend. You was doing the gimmicks, bro. Word is bottom, boy.
greater sense of hip-hop and the music industry as a whole, which I don't even have to go into how pathetic and wrong of a statement that is, and really for Drake to even use this angle is still showing that he is trying to rewrite and revise history in his own delusional way instead of moving forward. But what's actually showing us something new here is in the second part of this bar, where Drake is referring to all of the people who turned sides on him, and specifically, people who he once considered friends who he thought would never leave his side, which includes names like LeBron James, DeMar DeRozan, and James Harden, who all seemingly chose Team Kendrick by going to one of the greatest shows of all time, which of course happened right after Drake took his L with the pop-out. And now with Drake actually being a little introspective here and reflecting on how he felt within a way that's actually human, this part is not bad in isolation. But of course, when you remember that he has already shown how he's felt about guys like LeBron James and DeMar DeRozan turning on him, as he has already done things like unfollowing guys like LeBron, and in the case of DeMar DeRozan, he crashed out at him in person when he went to the Raptors game, which was just so embarrassing. Altogether, when you see the real-life way that Drake handled,
he couldn't pull that on Brown. He couldn't pull that on the Brown, boy. He couldn't pull that on the Brown. He can't pull that on the Brown. LeBron would have, hey, look, LeBron would have called him out right during the game. Coach, stop the game. Hey, look, nigga, don't be. That's the kind of pull LeBron got. LeBron got some pull now. You can't do that with LeBron. The only thing you could do with LeBron is unfollow him. That's the only thing you could do. You gonna sit down somewhere.
Handle these things. It really does take away from the moment and just makes Drake seem more pathetic than ever when you know the reality of how he reacted as opposed to how it's portrayed in the lyrics. And now beyond these lines, where things in this track really pick up and get a lot more intense, especially in terms of Drake just sending a clear signal for Kendrick Lamar to come back down and diss him again, is in the second verse, as Drake here really codes this entire performance to not just be written with language and subtle cues that are flipping terms that are associated with Kendrick Lamar and his side of the hip-hop world as a whole. But what's most important here, and if this track makes any sort of impact or causes any sort of reaction, it will be because of this, is the section in this verse where he says, "Who's got the most to lose and who's in that other position? See no conversations, boy, I hope they got double encryption. I hate to see the empire crumble on judges' convictions. This pulled a rabbit out the hat and y'all love a magician." Drake is addressing a lot of things as he sets this moment up with the first bar, which is undermining Kendrick Lamar and making him look like this bigger and more important figure than he will ever be. Which again, when we look at Drake's performance here, this is another one of its failures because I don't know why he is going about this same strategy again. Because his ability to not see Kendrick as an equal is one of the most vital factors to why he never even stood a chance in this beef, because his own failure in judgment made him underestimate one of the greatest and most competitive rappers of all time. But now after saying this
the thing, he already know. He just won't admit it in public. Y'all remember when we got the 100 gigs and he was in the studio like, yeah, I know Kendrick's gonna kill it. He's gonna kill this. He's gonna kill this song. He's gonna kill this song right here. I just know. Yeah, all right now. Like if he get on this joint, and I had got that joint, Kendrick's gonna kill it. Like all right now. Like seriously. All right now. But he just won't admit it in public. Like bro, that's the dude, man. Like come on, bro, you bugging, man.
No matter how delusional it may be. He sends out another warning to Kendrick and his camp about how he hopes that they have been covering their tracks for everything they have been doing to seemingly manipulate the entire music industry and hip-hop world against him, which again, this is just a diss that is derived from Drake's straight delusions, and very similar to the Heart Part 6 where Drake just lied to try and sound tough and act like he knew more than he did. This just seems like another rendition of that horrible tactic, but the stakes do get even higher from here, as then Drake says, "I hate to see the empire crumble on Judge's convictions," which is the first time we are hearing him address his lawsuit on a track. And now the message that he's trying to send with this line is showing that he both hopes he can win this thing to save his career, but then he is also mocking Kendrick with this bar simultaneously by saying that he hopes the truth doesn't come out because that will ruin all of the success that Kendrick has had in this moment. Even though with all the evidence presented and with the fact that we all lived through this moment and saw the people get inspired by something Kendrick did like nothing else in hip hop has in years, no one believes anything Drake is trying to claim about Kendrick and the success of Not Like Us as a whole. But now adding even more lyrics aimed in response to Kendrick in this track, Drake officially answers back to some of the biggest disses Kendrick threw out against him on the song that changed everything in Meet the Grams, as he tries to explain that he doesn't have a drinking problem, but then kind of admits he does have the problem, but then ultimately...
Yeah, that was funny. What did he say? I ain't addicted. I got a subtle addiction. I ain't got a drinking problem. I got a subtle addiction. Like, come on, bro. What are you doing? Admit your shit and keep it moving. Follow the same blueprint as Dot do. He admits his stuff, and fans love it because he becomes relatable to the people. Everybody's dealing with something. You're not obsolete from dealing with something. You want us to think that you're not human. Like, bro, admit your stuff, bro. That's why people was messing with you in the beginning. Cause you was saying certain things that you was relatable. But then you try to get on Demon Time. We know you ain't doing that. We know you no. Come on, Tink Tink. We know you ain't doing that, Tink Tink. Come on, Stink.
Justifies it by saying it's subtle, and then trying to cope even more with all of this and wherever he's trying to go from here. He then says, "I got my father's habits and my mother's permission." And then again, making this entire section and response to Kendrick even more confusing. He builds on this saying, "My dad got another child. I told him that wasn't my sister." And here, Drake is directly flipping Kendrick's lines about him having some serious issues, but with the way he goes about it, I don't really think this is the flex he thinks it is. And with the last bar here especially, he is seemingly expanding on Kendrick's claims about him having a daughter by then saying his dad had another child, which then I guess is trying to deflect that bar just away from him and on his father, or at least that's really the only way this bar makes some sort of sense in the context it's written in. And now with all of this, which together includes Drake trying to intimidate Kendrick with his litigation and then sees him responding to Kendrick's disses on Meet the Grams by saying everything he said is still kinda half true, all in all, while some people are going to be impressed by this and claim that Drake is back because cadence-wise he is rapping coherently over a Conductor Williams beat, when you actually try to break down what he is saying and see the things he is trying to flip, all while once again trying to call Kendrick Lamar an underdog even after he has overtaken him in every single category possible. All this song really is the same story with a different presentation from Drake, and as he is still showing that he has learned no lessons from this beef whatsoever, and really that even despite losing, he is still using the same angles and losing strategy to try and make any sort of comeback, and even beyond all these things, making this song even more jarring, another question we have to ask ourselves entirely is why do all of this now? I mean, when you put everything into perspective, Drake is already lost and the actual back and forth of this beef is over in terms of diss tracks being put out. So really from Drake releasing this song where he is just ranting about a reality that he could have tried to fix way before this but didn't, all in all, while this song may be a bright spot for him in what has been one of the worst career runs both on the mic and off of it that we have ever seen from a rapper, this song is still nothing special as he's not pushing the needle forward. And really for Kendrick, if the goal of this song was to create just enough attention to get back in the conversation with him without being directly engaged in a full-on back and forth, well, Drake still failed at that because really, what does Drake say here that makes Kendrick need to come back out and prove something to him once again? Because of course, Kendrick has already won the beef.
It definitely wasn't no heavy-hitting stuff like this put you back into the battle. And Dot said it ain't no round twos. You got washed fair and square. It's over. You and academics trying to get together. Oh, Kendrick won the battle, but he won't win the war. Ain't no war. Nah. You got to fall back. It's done. It's over. You should have addressed that during the beef, during the last summer. You bugging. You and academics, man. I wonder what academics gonna say about this. Oh, he gonna be glazing the hell out of this. I told you my gold is back. I told you, Big Act, and my gold is back. Big Act, Big Act.
Has the Super Bowl, he has an entire stadium tour planned, and he has the most successful rap album out right now. So really, with Kendrick controlling everything right now, and Drake responding back to a few lines from a song that dropped over a half a year ago here, this is just another confusing move from Drake. But now what's really interesting is that as more rappers are coming back onto the scene and coming at Kendrick, and what's also interesting is that from Joey to Drake to even with J. Cole's 7-minute drill, they all dissed him over beats that were from none other than Conductor Williams. Well, maybe something is going on in 2025, and because of all the power Kendrick Lamar has, we are now going to see more MCs than ever, from Drake to everyone else, just try to pull out everything they can in their power to stop him from becoming the undisputed GOAT. And so now with all that said, let me know. What do you think about this new track from Drake, and what do you think this does to help his image right now in this time where he has been on one of the worst runs of all time? No, I can't wait to hear what.
It doesn't. Like when people tell you you need to go relax, he like that kid that just got his ass whooped. After running his mouth saying he could beat everybody, got his ass whooped, and he just crying. We told you, little stink, go sit down some damn where. Now I'm going to tell your ass up myself. You going to make me take my belt off. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to wear your ass out. You going to say, no, I want to fight. I want to. Listen, he whooped your ass. Go sit down. I'm going to tell your ass something. You know what? Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. I'm going to take my belt off myself. What? That's him. That's him. Go sit down somewhere, boy. Go sit your ass down. And he just won't give it up. He will not give it up. Man, I don't know what to say about this dude. He thought he was gonna get on that Conductor beat, and he about to Griselda his way on. He gonna try to get some of that love from New York, cause we know how them old school New York dudes is. Niggas don't like the West Coast, and I'm fine with it. They don't like it. They don't like it. They don't like Dot. Some of them don't like Dot, man. I ain't gonna say all of them. Some of them don't like Dot. Therefore, they automatically on Drake's side. Drake trying to get on that Griselda wave, trying to get on that. Oh, man, listen, man, it ain't gonna work. You need to go sit down somewhere, man. You are not with the culture feeling right now. You ain't with you. You done, bro. We gave you your praises for so many years while Dot just sat back. He just sat back and just chilled like, hey, okay. he was collecting information, boy. Word, he's bonding, boy. Collecting all that information. All right, boom. Oh, so you like to party on yachts? Okay, boom. Let me write that down. All right, you like to do your wine spritzer? Okay, let me write that down. Bam, 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 bam. And for this moment to just, hey, don't sit down, man. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Big Kish signing out. I'm going, y'all.